Some trains in Ukraine play an extremely important role during wartime. They are literally the trains to war. In just several hours, they can transfer you from huge and crowded Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, to Slovyansk, where you would mostly see military cars, lots of military stores, and men in uniform. On that train, you would mostly see women with kids who go to visit their husband and father for a few days, military who go back to the service after vacation, and could also meet journalists who go to the east to film war or warriors who defend us. That is my mission for this ride. Dundee was 21 when the full-scale invasion started, and he joined the army to fight Russians without thinking for too long, right on the 24th of February. A lot has happened during these 3 years, but for the last period of time, Slovyansk became a new home for him. Dundee has been serving and living in this area for more than a year. We decided to take a little walk in one of the streets while getting to know more about Dundee and his experience. So, for how long have you been in Slovyansk? What do you think about this town?
I live in Slovyansk for almost a year. I really like this place. It's cozy, it's small, so everything is around.
Do you feel like home here already? Because like a year is a pretty long time.
Yes, the whole Donbass became a home for me. I'm from Lviv, which is the west part of Ukraine. But because of some issues with my relatives, I don't know, my ex-friends, like anything, it's hard for me to communicate with a lot of civilian people who didn't think about war and who really don't care about what's happening right now. So here I have a lot of friends, a lot of other soldiers, even volunteers, who we are united with this idea of defending Ukraine. So I feel more comfortable here.
Even though the selection process is already behind for Dundee, the training never actually stops. We go to a place where Dundee and his comrades work on new tactics and make sure their skills are up to date. You previously mentioned you were from Lviv. In Lviv, we now wouldn't be wearing this kind of stuff that we're wearing now. Can you tell us a little bit more about your life before full-scale invasion, before you joined the army?
I was studying in art college, but I left even after 2 years of studying because of some conflicts with authority. I joined this college because I wanted to study jewelry, but unfortunately, this college didn't provide such education, so I chose to go by my own. And since 2018, I was working in like everywhere where I could work with my experience. I was a barman, I was working on as a builder, as a welder I was also working, and I gathered enough money to buy a tattoo machine and like the whole stuff that is needed. And since I done that, I was working as a tattooer, but I was gathering money to buy equipment that is needed to make jewelry.
So the tattoos that you have, did you make it yourself or did somebody else make it for you?
Some of tattoos I made by myself. These tattoos are on my leg, and 2 tattoos that I have on my face. Most of other tattoos was made by my friends from from this company of groups, and usually they were made for barter, but sometimes I paid money for do them, but not usually.
Охуеть.
Ти зарядив його? Круто.
Да.
Насипати можна?
Я помню тебе, брат. Старайся між дерев в сторону лепки, поняв?
Where did you order the equipment from?
I can tell you the naming of this internet sites or I don't know shops because there are a lot of them, and most of my equipment I was ordering in 2018, 2019 at the very beginning of my workshop. Like the most necessary things I was ordering at that time.
It feels like you said that your friends group is changed. Well, it's understandable because the war changed people. It's like completely another reality from what is going on in civil life. How would you describe like how the war changed you? Do you feel these changes in yourself?
At the very beginning of war, I promised that I wouldn't become a beast at the war, and I'm trying to be clear with myself. And war, of course, changed me. I think I became too hard to express emotions sometimes, but for compare, I feel a lot of appreciation for people, and I almost became a bit soft to the people that are around me because I trust them, I respect them, yeah, and they make me more confident here, so as me and as a human, and me as a warrior.
What was something during this full-scale invasion? You said that you joined in 2022 after second Russian invasion. What was, I don't know, something that you didn't expect? What was something that shocked you when the war started?
I was expecting us to fight like in Second World War, so like we just take our, I don't know, bolt action rifles with bayonets and screaming "Hurrah!" we'll assault our enemies, but the war has changed, and it is changing like every day. So even the year ago, war was other than it is now, and this is not shocking because I used to it, but the war is changing every day and every month.
And for now, like, how many jewelries do you make, let's say, a month?
I can't do a lot here because I have enough job to do, which not include jewelry. So let's say maybe once a week I can do something, but I still didn't started it like in the whole scale that I can do it. I'm working on my branding. I'm working on my working processes because I have to adapt for these conditions, and there is still quite job to do.
So how would your normal day look like? I mean, I understand it changes all the time, but like typically.
The problem is that I can't plan a few days ahead because everything is changed. So usually, like the things that are not changing, I'm waking up at 8 or 9 a.m., having my morning coffee, my breakfast. After that, my commander tells me what are my business for today, and I go along with it. So it can be everything.
Do you somehow remember what was happening with you? What were you thinking in the times of the first Russian invasion in 2014? We're actually in nearby Slovyansk, which was temporarily occupied and then freed from Russians. Do you remember that period of time somehow, and how old were you at that time?
I can say that I was involved in this whole situation. I just know that there was a war. I was 13 years old when the stuff started. And I can't really tell that I was caring about much. The war was become a problem for me when the full scale started, as I was ex-servant. So it was my duty to come back to service and protect my home.
Is there someone who helps you with establishing the brand?
Currently, no. I'm working on it by my own, but I'm speaking with my friends about it. So maybe someone can help me in the design. But I had conversation with my colleagues, and they are glad to help me, because not only because they are interested in my style, but because they want to help me as a soldier. And we are speaking about mass production of my work, so I can only do the first example, which they can spread, I don't know, like which they can copy and do more pieces.
What do you do in the army? What are your main tasks?
My main task is to drive armored vehicle, so I am MREP driver, which means that I drive my friends to their position on the front line, taking them back, giving them some supplies, like everything that it could be. So I look for the engines of our unit, which means generators, other cars that we have in our use, like everything. Also, I have a lot of tasks to be like a courier, so I drive some sort of things to other places, like something like that.
And how come that you started doing this job? Like, were you always doing exactly these things in the army?
No. My way in army started from air defense. I was serving since 2020. For 2.5 years, I was operator of MANPADS, which is man-operated air defense systems, like Stinger, you have heard about, and Soviet analogs Igla. I was serving there for 1.5 years before the full-scale invasion. I ended my duty at 3 months before the full-scale started. And when the first missiles came to Ukraine, I was drafted to my previous unit and was doing my job that I know.
And why did you decide to switch to this position?
I was tired of being in the background of warfield, because I had only 1.5 year rotation to the Kharkiv before our troops fought the Kharkiv region back. And after that I was for half a year in Lviv region, and it was beating me morally, because I understood that I can do more, that I don't want to be on the background, so I choose to come to Azov. You can become a true member of Azov if you didn't come through our basic trainings, which are also selection, so the brigade can choose the best ones.
Did you do, I know that lots of Ukrainians, even I was myself as well, 13 years old, we were drawing some paintings for the guys who were fighting for Ukraine at that time, like we were writing some letters. Did you do something like that?
That's funny, because I was thinking about it at the beginning of 2022, at the beginning of full-scale invasion. I remember that I was making some drawings for soldiers when I was a kid, and when I come to war, I also was like, I got some paintings from the children, and it was like, wow. So how much time has passed, and we still have this problem.
What material do you usually use?
99% of time I work with silver. I really like this metal. He's soft enough, so it's comfortable to work with him, and it also hard enough, so it can take any shape that I want him to take.
And coming back to the jewelry craft that you mentioned before, you said you're still doing that. How did this happen? How do you manage?
I was thinking about it for 9 months at least, and I understood that I miss this time when I was making jewelry, because you know, there is a lot of part of destruction in my life as a war, but there are no part of creation. Mm-hmm. So I had to do something so I just don't get mad. And I was thinking about it almost 9 months, and 2 months ago I was at vacation at my home, and I packed like the all necessary stuff, like the less that I can use to do my work, and I bring it here. And I refuse to use some electrical instruments, only the handcraft.
And where do you get your customers or clients?
By the Instagram. I have my working page, and usually people text me there, so I can separate my private things and my job things.
Did you have any plans for your life before full-scale invasion started?
I was planning right after the military, when I came back home, I was thinking about open my own jewelry workshop, and I was doing this successfully. And the saddest thing in this is that I started my own business. I started making jewelry. I had some progress. My experience was growing, but the full scale started. I wasn't thinking even a second that I have to come back to service, and for me the jewelry was like this small island where I can come back after the war ends. We all was expecting that this war wouldn't last long, but we have different reality.
Ukrainians call Donetsk Oblast a region where Ukrainian sun rises. It is the most eastern part of Ukraine, and even the flag of the region has a rising sun on it. We couldn't miss the opportunity to see the sunrise here, in Donetsk Oblast, and also to film an important part of our interview here. Dundee is serving in the drone unit. So we in 69 Sniffing Brigade decided that it would be nice of us to bring guys some presents that are going to help them defend our country. So here we have Mavic 3 Pro, Mavic 3T, two of them. And all this is going to Dundee's unit.
Drones are necessary in modern warfare, so I do really appreciate your gift, and all my unit do really appreciate it.
Our security and our safety depends on you guys, so we are actually very thankful for what you're doing every day here. And we also want to give you some patches from our 69 Sniffing Brigade as a present for you and your guys.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So we had great time with Dundee. We had a chance to record his pretty unusual story. And I want to ask you to support guys like Dundee to make sure they can live their life, plan their future, and for that, please support Ukrainian Army. Donate to 69 Sniffing Brigade and stand with Ukraine.